Hello everyone, I am Vaibhav Markad and today's our topic is deadlock in Java. So deadlock in Java is a part of multi-threading. Multi-threading deadlock can occurs in situations when thread is waiting for an object's lock that is acquired by another thread and second thread is waiting for an object lock that is acquired by first thread. Since both threads are waiting for each other to release the lock and the condition is called as deadlock. Example is called as deadlock. More complicated deadlock example is a deadlock may have also includes more than two threads. The reason is that it can be difficult to detect a deadlock. Here is an example in which four threads have deadlocked. Thread 1 locks A and waits for B. Thread 2 locks B and waits for C. Thread 3 locks C, waits for D. And thread 4 locks D, wait for A. So thread 1 waits for thread 2 and thread 2 waits for thread 3. Thread 3 waits for thread 4 and thread 4 waits for thread 1. So how to avoid deadlocks? A solution for a problem is found at its root in a deadlock. It is the pattern of accessing the resources A and B is the main issue. To solve issue, we will have to simply reorder the statements where the code is accessing shared resources. Shared resources. In the code, class deadlock solves the deadlock kind of situations. It will help in avoiding deadlocks and if encountered in the resolving them. So how to avoid deadlocks in Java? Deadlocks cannot be separately resolved, but we can avoid them by the basic rules mentioned below. Avoid nested locks. We must avoid giving locks to multiple threads. This is the main reason for deadlock conditions. It normally happens when you give lock to multiple threads. Avoid unnecessary lock. Avoid unnecessary lock. The locks should be given to the important threads. Giving locks the unnecessary threads that cause a deadlock condition. Third one is using thread join. A deadlock using usually happens when one thread is waiting for the other to finish. In this case, we can use join with maximum time that a thread will take. Inter-thread communication in Java. So inter-thread communication or cooperation is all about following synchronized threads to the communicative with each other. Cooperative inter-thread communication is a mechanism in which a thread is paused running its critical section and another thread is allowed to enter or lock in the same critical section to be executed. It is implemented by following methods of object class. First one is wait method. The wait method causes current thread to release the lock and wait until either another threads invokes the notify method or notify all method for these objects or a specific amount of time has elapsed. The current thread must own these objects monitors, so it must be called from the synchronized method only, otherwise it will throw exception. Second one is notify method. The notify method wakes up a single thread that is waiting on this object monitors if any threads are waiting on this object. One of them is choose to awaked. The choice is arbitrarily and occurs at the discretion of the implementation. Third one is notify all method. Wake up all threads are waiting on this object's monitors. So the point to point explanation of diagram. The threads enter to acquires lock. Lock is acquired by on threads. Now thread goes to waiting state if you call a wait method on the objects, otherwise it releases the lock and exits. If you call notify or notify all method, then thread moves to notified state. Now thread is available to acquire lock. After completion of task, thread releases the lock and exits the monitor state of the objects. Thank you.